Hey, good morning, everyone. What's going on? What's going on? Another day in the markets. Today it is Tuesday, July 9th, 2019. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, guys, what did we see yesterday? Closing up the session yesterday evening across the board. SPY dumped down, closed with a little over a point and a half. Sector-wise, it wasn't too bad. Close to a split. It was 5-6 green. Real estate obviously led the way, closing just below a 0.5%. Materials actually dumped and closed 1% down. Tech sector obviously took the biggest hit yesterday across the board. Big names taking majority of the selling pressure in that sector. So look for maybe a continuation on the securities going into the tech sector today. As you can see, pre-market, there's some continued selling pressure. Obviously, with the Fed chatter, Europe market, Asian markets down, futures are down. So, you might have a continuation of what we saw yesterday. So that being said, stay very diligent. Obviously, be patient. Obviously, let the market dictate direction before you hop in. Mitigate risk. You want to hop in, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, you want to mitigate your risk as best as possible. So let the dust settle a little bit. Let the market tell you what direction is going to happen today, and then mitigate risk properly. So anyway, we got six going into our session. We got two up, four down. Roku gonna kick it off. Obviously, it's continuing its run. We like the daily. We like across the board actually. Pre-market, after hours little action, pre-market little action. Nothing too serious to talk about, but we definitely like the momentum of this company. And our initial target is 106. We definitely see that thing being breached relatively soon. Hopefully today we'll see if it can hold. If obviously VWAP holds and we get a nice move to the upside, we'll definitely see this level breached today. Again, if we see some bullish bullish sentiment going into today's session. So we're gonna follow up with MDB. MDB, obviously, as we know, we enjoy this thing. This thing's holding that. It held the 50-day quite nicely, bounced right off it. Might have some pullbacks here and there, but it's on its way. So again, we're diligent with this thing. We like it. We're bullish on it right now, and every time that pulls back gives us an opportunity to add. So again, anytime above VWAP, we like it. If it starts to trade below VWAP, be cautious. It's going to reverse in price. Highly doubt that. We like it to the upside right now. So you might have some pullbacks here and there, but sit back and wait for your opportunity to the upside. Our humble opinion. Next up, we get NVDA. NVDA, we got some continued selling pressure. It cracked right through that 50-day pre-market. And again, that's a kind of a line in the sand for bulls, right? So, we may see some continued selling. There's some talks, obviously, um, online, as far as some continued pressure from these guys from the street. So we're gonna see if obviously street's gonna continue dumping shares on the market and obviously pushing price lower. So we technically we see it pre-market, we see it after hours, we see it. And you see it's been kind of selling off for about a week or so. So let's keep our eyes on this thing and see if it continues to fade out. If it continues showing some selling, some pressure below VWAP, we definitely like it to the downside. Next up, we got BALA. The same situation, pretty much identical. Broke right through that 50. I think the next target is going to be a 200-day on the daily. So keep an eye on this. Again, same situation with NVDA. We see some selling pressure. Obviously, the streets, putting shares on the market. So, obviously everybody's staring at that 200 days. So probably it's going to be a magnet going into this week's session. Facebook taking some hits, as we know. Try to making that run for that 200 level. Seems to have some problems. Obviously, there's some talk on the street as well. Some news out that's not good as well. So look for this thing to kind of fade a little bit before it reaches that 200. It might not reach it right now. It may just curl down and put some lower highs and lower lows. Obviously, you're seeing some pre-market selling across the board in tech sector. So watch for this thing to fall down. Fall to a few more points to downside. Obviously, it's looking at that 50. Highly that's going to pull back to the 50, but we probably will see some selling pressure to maybe the 190 level. So Last but not least, Apple taking some hits on the news today. So obviously continue, tech sector selling pressure, staring at the 50 on the daily. If it continues to sell off, that's probably gonna be the target, guys. So keep an eye on Apple to the downside today. So that's it, guys. That's what we got going on. We got 6, 2 up, 4 down, and we're gonna see if we can enjoy some low risk, high reward trades today. So as always, guys, you want to see how we're doing it, how we're trading these stocks, how we're picking our watch list, and we focus on what we know. We concentrate on the securities that we like, concentrate on the securities that are moving, mitigate our risks, wait for prices to set up, wait for our setups to set up, and then we step in. As always, guys, we invite you to come check out the site at thestreettrading.com. We'll sort you out on the 90-day course. Any questions you have on the question why, reach out to us. We're always here for you guys. So as always, we're here. Reach out for us and have a great day in the markets. Mitigate your risks. Stick to your stops. All right, guys, have a good one. We will check you